Hey everyone, Michael Bodner here with another Tesla Tunity, and today I'd like to follow up on my video from a couple months ago, 7 months of Tesla service. If you haven't seen it, I've got a link up here up in the top corner of the video. But it's been another 3 months, and everything's been great, but I'm actually on my way to Tesla service. So come along with me and I'll tell you what's happened since the last video. All right, so wanted to record this while I was driving, but the camera was just shaking too much on the highway, so I figured, ended up at Tesla a couple minutes early. I'm parked just about a quarter of a mile down the road from the Tesla service center here in Dania Beach, Florida, and I wanted to give you an update. So again, it's been 10 months now. There were lots of comments on my 7-month video, and I had a good feeling that the car was on its way to stabilizing and that we really wouldn't see much when I'd followed up a couple months later. So again, fast forward to today, what's going on? Why am I going to Tesla service? All right, well, when the version 9 software came out and Navigate on Autopilot, the blind spot detection, all of the functionality that started to use those side cameras came on board, and noticed obviously some kind of issue with my side camera. So I'd be driving down the road. I'll put up a picture here while I talk about it, but I'd be driving down the road, the screen would say surround view limited or navigate on autopilot unavailable. This would happen intermittently to me over the span of a couple weeks, maybe the better part of a month. And usually getting out of the car turns off, getting back into the car, it would kind of correct itself. So not the end of the world, but still, you know, you love the new functionality, you want to use it all the time, and it would disappear, you'd lose it. So, you know, I lived with it for a little while, finally called into service one day on a commute home from work, and they said, you know what, we're seeing issues in the logs right now with your car. We'll schedule mobile service, they'll come out and do the replacements for you at work. So, sure enough, mobile service came out. They were actually even early, forget being on time. They called and asked if that was okay. I said, of course. Came out, the gentleman was great. He said, you know what, this service requires an update to your car, flashing the software on the car one more time, even though I was up to date. Let me just check my computer, make sure it connects to your car first. The last thing I'd want to do is make a change to your car and then not be able to update the software and you'd be stuck. So wow, I appreciate that. That's great. Plugs in his computer. Unfortunately, no dice. His computer won't connect to my car. So pretty smart on his part to go ahead and check and make sure everything was okay. He called Tesla tech support. They asked him to connect to a Model S first and then reconnect to my car. I thought that was a little funny because he said a mobile service. There's not exactly a Model S nearby waiting to connect to the car or waiting for his laptop to connect to it. So in any event, mobile service failed. We couldn't proceed. Then they forgot about me. So, you know, they never called to follow back up. I called in and said, had mobile service, didn't work out, needed to reschedule. And they said, oh no, we don't see anything for you here in the system. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's go ahead and reschedule you. Great. They rescheduled me right away. It was, I want to say about 4 o'clock on a work day for me. Not a problem. Tossed the key to the mobile service ranger, let him work. I'd go back to work and take off when he was done. Said the service was about 20 minutes for the physical service and probably 45 minutes for the update. So being generous, a little over an hour. I thought, you know what, 4 o'clock service, not a problem. I'm usually out by 5:36 anyway. Well, he was running late, really late. So I said, can we move the service to my house instead of at work? Not a problem. So, you know, very easygoing, very friendly. Move it to my house, shows up, gave me a heads up he was going to be a little bit late. Not a big deal. Now we're at my house, not work. And this is where the trouble comes in, and I'll have some pictures to show you as well. So first order of business, checks his computer with the car, same as the first Mobile Ranger did, and he can't get it to connect either. So now we're getting a little frustrated, getting a little worried. Something might be bigger wrong with my car, but he tries the 2-button reset on the steering wheel, and sure enough, he's able to connect after that. So for those of you who ever have a Mobile Ranger come out and they can't connect to your car, try the 2-button reset. They said it doesn't work every time, but you know, that's better than sitting there for half an hour on tech support. At least try that first. So we did that. That took care of it. We knew the computer was good. Time for the physical service. So we had 2 things to do. One, change the passenger side forward side marker camera for autopilot. And then also the steering column was changed as well. So first, for the side marker camera, this is where service started to run into some issues. Or let me back that up. First, he did the steering wheel. He said, let me do the hard service first. Sorry, I mixed that up. So he's got to remove the steering column. There's a couple of openings on the side to pop the clip. The horn and the airbag come out. He's able to replace the steering column. He had some difficulty with the clips on my car. I don't know if it's because I have a low VIN. He said they usually pop right out, and on my car wasn't going for him. So, but he finally got it. No issues there. New steering column in. We're good to go. Let's move over to the side marker now, the side marker camera. So on this one, he told me that the directions indicated removing the steering wheel and pulling the liner from that area and removing the camera. Now, he said that that was not necessary and he could do it without that. I probably should have stopped him and said the directions say do it this way for a reason, but against my better judgment, I just let him work. He was having huge difficulty with it, trying to pop the camera out, and he ended up putting tape on the car to make sure I didn't get any scratches or dents, and eventually popped out the camera and put in the new camera, removed all the tape. He was done. He was happy. Service took probably 2 hours when it was supposed to take 1. That kind of gauges how much struggle we had here. And bad news. Took a look at the car, dents all over it from him prying out the camera. Showed him, he was heartbroken. I told him, you know, don't worry, I'm sure Tesla's going to take care of it. You know, please don't lose sleep over it. You could tell he was really prideful in his work, and he was horribly sorry about what he had done. But so that's where we're at right now. I've had the forward camera and the steering column replaced to correct an autopilot issue. Unfortunately, mobile service caused damage, so I'm here to drop off the car. It's going to head into the body shop to get repaired. And now the really bad news, on my way in, after a week of no issues since that mobile service other than the damage, I get to navigate on autopilot error. So I'm going to tell them about that, and we'll see what they say. But that's it. So this is to be continued, and I'll give you guys an update when I get my car back. So we'll talk to you then. Have a good one. If you'd like to see what happens when I get my car back from Tesla service, please click on the subscribe icon and then click on the bell. You'll get a notification as soon as the next video is posted. As always, if you'd like to buy a new Tesla and you'd like to have 6 months of free supercharging added to your order, please provide your delivery specialist my referral code, Michael34469. If you haven't ordered yet, you can click on the link in the description down below and it will take care of everything for you.